Julia here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have for you some new releases from Clear Jelly Stamper for this past month of May. We had some really fun releases this month, so let's dive in. I'm going to show you what they were. This is CJS Let's Collab number 71, and this one is called Walk and Roll. Look at that cute sushi plate. I like how they're kind of kawaii inspired. I've seen some really cute designs done with this plate too on the Clear Jelly Stamper social media. There's some really fun things that I've seen some artists do. This one here is Let's Collab number 72, and this one is called Samurai. They recently came out with this grunge series. So this was the first one. This is CJS 190, and this one I believe is called Dainty. So it's a lot of really grungy type of backgrounds, and I think that this is just going to be such a great layering piece. And I really like the different swirls and stuff that are in here as well. It's a very interesting plate. This past month we actually have seen two more grunge series plates. We have this one here, which is Grunge Sports. So number 203, CJS 203. And when I first looked at this plate, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sure that I could see that this would appeal to some people. But then I saw the designs done with this plate from Clear Jelly. They're like promo pics. And I was like, okay, that is a really cool plate. Like, there is so much versatility that you can do with this plate for layering different images on top of it. And I will insert some pictures on their promo pics, the ones that they did. Really unique plate. And then this last one is a textures plate. So CJS 200, and this is their grunge textures. This is probably the one that I would recommend getting if you're looking at just getting one, because I love the different textures that are on here. The wood grain, the plaid, argyle. There's just so much potential for different layering techniques that you can combine this plate with so many different other plates that you may already have in your collection. I really like that about this. There's a lot of potential for layering on this plate. I know many people are going to like this plate. So this is CJS number 193. This plate is called Yeehaw. And I think a lot of people have been waiting for these paisley prints. I know I've seen that comment a few times asking if Clear Jelly has a paisley print plate, and this is one that I think many people are going to like. Especially where I live in Alberta. People are going to like this plate. Love the paisley print on that one. And then the latest release that I was originally thinking of doing this video inspired by, but now that I'm looking at the other plates, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. So this is CJS number 199, and this one is called Blooming Sea. Yeah, we're totally doing an ocean plate design. This is so pretty, and I love doing ocean designs. There's just so much you can do with them. So these are the new releases for this past month in May, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna design a set.
If there's ever a stamping plate that I want to use that maybe I'm just not too sure what kind of feel I'm going for it, I will just do a quick Google search on some of the inspiration that I have. So I was kind of picturing some sort of underwater scene that I wanted to do, and when this image came up, I really liked it because it looks like you're in the water kind of looking up at the sun, and I also liked all of the coral reef, and I thought I could kind of do something with this for a nail design. So this is what I came up with. I'm going to show you guys how it all came together. There's lots of layering in this, so let's get started. This blue is from a new collection from Coco and Claire, and this is the Boho Trio collection, and I wanted to use that blue because I really like that there's some gold flecks in it. I also grabbed all of these other colors here, put them all on my plate, and I knew I wanted to do some sort of marbly design on the pointer finger and the pinky finger. I just didn't really want to marble it on the plate like I have been doing lately, so I decided to take the ombre brush, just pick up some of the random colors and just kind of see what happened with it. Now, I really liked applying the gel polish with this ombre brush because I was able to get it super, super thin, which is something that you really want to strive for when you're working with gel polish so that you don't have issues with it curing or anything like that, or that you're not making your nails too thick. So I was really able to thin everything out by using this particular brush, and I liked how it kind of moved the gel together When I do marbling like this, where I want a lot of dimension, I like to grab some colors that have some shimmer, that have some pearl, and I also like to include some see-through ones like the blue glass gel that I included in here because it gives it a little bit more depth. So I'm just going to work the gel polishes here until I get a look that I am happy with. I wanted to add a little bit more dimension to that big blue space here, so I'm just going to take my detail number 1 brush and just add a little bit more of this shimmery gel polish to this nail. Doing the exact same technique and the exact same steps, but knowing that my marble nail is going to come out completely different on any nail, just with how I grab everything and move everything. That's one of my favorite parts about marbling different colors together. I knew that I wanted a little bit more of that clear color on this particular nail though, so I did actually just take a little bit from the bottle so that I'd have a little bit more dimension. And that is another technique you could do too. You could just go in with a really thin layer of that glass blue gel and just layer some of these different colors on top of it too, and then that would give it a really nice kind of see-through look, but still have the shimmers and the other creamy colors. I do like to add at least one flat matte creamy color if I'm doing some sort of design like this, just so it breaks up any of that shimmer and the glass nail too. I am going to be 100% honest with you guys. For the middle finger and the ring finger, I am completely winging this. I did not know how I was going to get those kind of light effects to the nails, but I knew that I wanted to have the base of this color be that new release from Coco & Claire because it has those gold flecks in it. So I worked in a very thin layer here just to get some of that product down on the nail. I do not want it super concentrated because I want to add a few other different layers to it as well. One of Coco & Claire's first releases is number 16, and this is a really deep, rich, dark blue. So I just put a little bit of this on my palette, and then I grabbed this kind of dome brush that I honestly have no idea where I got, but it's so perfect for this kind of dabbing technique. And I just kind of created a little bit of a dark shadow around the outsides of the cuticles on the different nails. So if you're going to put both the middle finger and the ring finger together, you see that I do them on opposite sides to kind of create like a scenery type of look. So I was able to really dab out the ring finger and create kind of a nice textured look with it, but I struggled to do that on the middle finger, so I ended up going in with a little bit of alcohol and just kind of watering it down a little bit because I did want those sparkles to poke through. When it's cured, this is what it looks like, and this is what I mean by having it kind of framed by those two nails. Now it's time to create some of those light streaks, and this is where I really just had no idea how it was going to go down, but I decided to mix a little bit of that sheer blue in with their bright white number 49 frosting, just so I could get some of the bright white kind of in the center of the beams, I guess you would say, and then I would just kind of have them, the other colors like fading out, if that makes sense. And I just kept grabbing a bunch of different layers and doing a bunch of different streaks. Initially I made the lines just way too big and I wasn't liking it, so I ended up wiping it off and then making the lines a little bit smaller and going in with a little bit more of the white and blue alternating. Now remember, I'm trying to create it as the middle finger and the ring finger are a scene, so I wanted the white kind of streaks and the beams to kind of be together when you held the two nails up, so that's why I put them into the different corners like this. And when I had the lines how I like them, I decided to cure it and then go in with some of that glass blue gel again, just to create a little bit more depth to the nail. I didn't want to completely cover everything, but I did want to add a little bit of sheer blueness to it. I did a matte top coat on all the nails so that I can go in with my stamping, which I really like this nail design matte. These are the two colors that I wanted to use for the coral reefs because I wanted them to be a nice dark blue so it would look like a shadow. This color here is one of my favorite blues from Clear Jelly Stamper. It is just such a rich metallic color, and I put that all over the free edge of the nails here, and I was able to use the exact same image on 2 of the nails. If you're gonna try this, just make sure that you hold it a little bit longer to make sure that it's going to transfer as well. So this blue here is a little bit more sheer than the last one when you're stamping it. And when I'm putting this on the nail, you really can't see it with that darker metallic blue, but when you get the top gloss on, it does add a little bit more dimension to it as well. Now in the original image, there was no fish or anything else on it, but I kind of wanted to add something to the nail. And then I noticed this cute little fish on here, so I decided to stamp him in that dark blue color that I really like. And this clip here, I'm leaving it in as real time so that you can see that sometimes it takes me a while to kind of line everything up, and I'll look at my guide plate and make sure that it's perfect. On the pointer finger, I really liked this wave image, so I took a really light blue color that is a little bit sheer, which I was a-okay with because I wanted some of that marble texture to kind of peek through. And then I went in with that darker blue for the little outline here, and as I had this image on my stamper and was going to press down, I wasn't too sure if I was going to like this, and then when I pulled it up, I really like this wave image. I think it is so pretty for ocean nails. I also knew that I wanted to use these little bubbles, so going in with that lighter blue color and then the darker blue for the outline, I'm going to stamp these on the pinky finger, and I probably would do the exact same design on the thumb finger as well. I would definitely do a marble image on the thumb. After I have all my stamping done, I'm just going to go in with my shiny top coat, and I honestly loved this design matte, but once I got the shiny on it and you could see all of those glitters and shimmers poking through, I knew I made the right choice to make this shiny, but it would have been beautiful left matte too. And this is the ocean scene nail design that I came up with. I was actually really happy with how the little light beams kind of turned out. I like that they're a little bit marbled to kind of match the marble nail design on the other nails too. I had a lot of fun creating this set.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes of how I come up with a nail set. Comment below and let me know if you are going to be picking up any of these new releases from Clear Jelly. I would love to hear your feedback on what you're thinking of them. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!